Thank you. The PowerPoint is also at mla.org on the homepage if you would like to follow it there for those who are not in the room today. Good afternoon. Thank you so much to the Albert Shanker Institute and to the American Federation of Teachers for hosting this most important conversation. In fall 2013, across all United States institutions of higher education, faculty members on the tenure track made up only 28% of all 1,580,932 faculty members. That means that 72% of college teachers hold positions that offer less job security and academic freedom, and especially in the case of part-time faculty, wages that often hover precariously close to poverty. The academic workforce resembles an iceberg. The top third is what parents see when they look at colleges for their children, what donors imagine when they fund programs, and what legislators remember from their college days. Submerged from view are the members of the new faculty majority, often unknown to their tenure track faculty colleagues, unrecognized as the educators that students will most often meet, unsupported in their work with basics such as health insurance, office space, professional development opportunities, or retirement benefits. Nearly 50% of the faculty were in part-time positions in 2013, and at community colleges that figure is much higher. And nearly 50% of the full-time faculty teach in non-tenure track positions. Yet many myths about the academic workforce persist, and I would like to dispel a few of them now. Actually, there's a slide before that. So the first myth is most professors in colleges and universities in the United States are in tenure or tenure track positions. In other words, full-time employment with continuing employment, academic freedom guaranteed, and other benefits that accrue to those in tenure or tenure track positions. But if we look at the absolute numbers here, we see that overall, the faculty has grown more than 1.5 times in size since 1995, with increases in all categories, tenured, tenure track, and full and part-time non-tenure track. But 90% of the overall increase has come in the form of non-tenure track positions. While the population of faculty members holding tenured and tenure track positions grew a mere 9.5% at the non-tenure track, that grew at a mere 9.4%. The non-tenure track academic workforce grew 102%, more than doubling in size. So even while the number of tenured and tenure track positions was growing, the positions, the portions of the academic workforce holding full-time tenured and tenure track appointments contracted sharply in percentage terms. Trying to
you pointed that direction, it might.
There we are.
Okay.
In 1995, faculty members employed full-time and with tenure or on the tenure track were just barely the largest of the three faculty categories. Less than a decade later, the part-timers outnumbered the tenure trackers by a third. By 2011, the part-time faculty had become 1.75 times larger than the faculty with tenured and tenure track appointments. There is one exception. In two-year colleges, 2011 saw the tenured and tenure track ranks decline in absolute as well as relative terms. Positions off the tenure track, especially part-time appointments, continued to grow. The second myth. Academic institutions generally provide students with professors who hold the highest degrees in their fields. Drawing on data from the 2004 National Survey of the Post-Secondary Faculty, we can see that a doctorate is the standard degree qualification only for a tenure track appointment in four-year college and universities. A doctorate is the highest degree held by only 30% of faculty members teaching off the tenure track in a four-year institution, and by a small minority of all faculty members teaching in a two-year college, whether on or off the tenure track. Overall, less than a quarter of the faculty population employed off the tenure track in degree-granting institutions holds the PhD. Most hold a master's degree. Across the disciplines, a master's degree is clearly the standard degree qualification for teaching in the first 2 years of college, whether those 2 years are at a two-year institution or a four-year institution. Myth number 3. Most part-time faculty members are either recent PhDs searching for permanent positions, graduate students gaining experience while they complete their degrees, or professionals with jobs outside of academia, bringing their practical experience to the students in the courses they teach. According to the NSOPF, across all fields and institutions, 47% of part-time non-tenure track faculty members had another full-time job. But in the humanities, the figure was far lower, only 35%. In four-year institutions, only 28% of part-time faculty members in the humanities held another job that was full-time. Or to put it another way, for just over half of all part-time faculty members, part-time employment, whether one part-time job or many, was their sole form of employment. And in the humanities, the figure was far higher, 64.9% across all institutions and 71.6% in four-year institutions. And substantial numbers of non-tenure track faculty hold their teaching appointments for long periods, teaching for the same department year after year. Across the humanities, social sciences, and natural sciences, NSOPF data show that close to 40% of non-tenure track faculty members have held their current job 6 years or more. Close to a quarter have held their current job for 10 years or more. So clearly, a significant segment of the non-tenure track academic workforce are long-term contributors to the department in which they teach. And rather than seeing them as contingent in the sense of on an ad-needed basis, they are contingent in the sense that they hold what we might call permatemp appointments, but with none of the benefits of permanent appointments. In your packet and on the website, you will find a number of resources to help as we tackle this problem. Now, some of those resources you will be able to access from the MLA website and also from the New Faculty Majority website, and Maria Maesto from the New Faculty Majority is here today. You may also consult the academicworkforce.org, which is a coalition of disciplinary associations committed to fighting the over-reliance on contingent faculty. So you can stay informed. You can also speak up and make it known that the working conditions of the faculty are the learning conditions of the students in all places at all times. And we must take action. The precariat academic workforce should always be at the center of all of our public policy, of our legislation, including the reauthorization of the Higher Education Act, loan forgiveness, and any other matter that has to do with faculty members in their positions. So thinking about this iceberg that I began with, if the academic workforce is an iceberg with the low percentage of tenure track visible and most of the work that is done submerged, is higher education the Titanic? Thank you.
Thank you.